Fuck dreaming the same dreams. Be it down for the same team. What it seems to be reality is just a dream. Out of eye, the colors that I wear is do or die. When I walk down the street, well, I meet evil in disguise. So I told a 4-4 with hollow tips. But my mind telling me, should I not? Or should I pull it? What I represent, God only knows what lies for myself. Jealousy and hatred, niggas is out for my wealth. While I perish, living selfish for the rest of my life. Cause those who live wrong is bound to live a short life. Will money be the root of my destruction? Without the money, I can't even seem to function.
Now there's nowhere for me to turn. There's nowhere for me to hide from reality. As complex as the situation gets, I remain, I maintain. Ain't that much strain to make me twist myself like Kurt Cobain. Oh shit, I don't believe this. Some niggas that I fuck with trying to pull a twist. But ain't that much twisted in existence. And this is how you show me love. It shows me exactly what money's capable of. Now is it the expenses that make you want to catch me slipping and pay your visit? Cause this is for all my homies. For jackals only, from Twist to the fools in LA that know me. I'm back with the fifth of hit, corrupting the nigga dads on the mash again.
Now there's nowhere for me to turn. There's nowhere for me to hide from reality. Now there's nowhere for me to turn. There's nowhere for me to hide from reality.
I give it to you like it is. Got no time for no games in the world of madness. Where my composure be the same. When my friends be around, when they rest me in the ground, a lost soul, lost forever, never ever to be found. Life ain't what it seems. For the niggas full of schemes on the hunt full of cash, the one that blast me for grief. These sick bitches wanna get a nigga caught up for what? A simple nut, a simple fuck.
Daily it enhances the penitentiary chances to survive in 1995. So I got 1995 ways to survive nowadays. Time and time again, I bust a rhyme again, cause I'm getting deeper shit if I convert the crime again. Out to mentally convert me. The same niggas out to hurt me. It irks me, strenuous controversy. What's next on the list to complete after all this shit that popped off on the streets and all eyes on me? But I won't change sides, cause what I represent till I die. It's time for me to grab a tall glass of innocent. You see my ways is the phase, all them niggas that try me. Leave a man stiff if they ain't no IVs. IVs, the hardest, regardless, fool. Living life day and night, staying hoarded crew. Keep my cool until my mood abruptly swift. Then I'm on the nigga's ass like bumpy zips. It's no remorse when you cross my course. I'm not a hunter, but take a nigga out for sports. Don't resort to thinking you could get with this, or you will be a eulogy if you insist to dismiss the trade D from LONG. VEACH, where the hardest gangsters be. 21st was the worst since turf on the earth. Yet I feel I was meant to represent from birth till I die. You wonder why it ain't no secret. Motherfuckers best be in love with this cheap shit.
What up? Hey, sorry, I had to cut that music short before I finish, but I'm gonna cover a couple of things here. If you're on real news, you don't have to be here. There's only about 2 or 3 of y'all here. It's all good. I appreciate y'all coming by. Low key, appreciate you coming by. I know a lot of the people that are out here for the mess. That mess is over there. Y'all know where it's at. That shit is fucking crazy. That shit is sick. But the thing with the problem with the, go along to get along is, it sounds peaceful on the surface, but a lot of times it creates, the exact problems it's trying, to avoid. Now, the core issue is always a short-term harmony, which comes, at the cost of long-term honesty. Let's be real. And I'm going to tell you, that trade-off always backfires. Always backfires. And a lot of times, y'all motherfuckers that supporting all the bullshit, you know what? That shit's going to come back. And you're going to get caught right in the middle of it. And I've seen some of these motherfuckers, the way they were going about certain things. Man, y'all motherfuckers, man, y'all going hard for some shit you should not be going for, but it's all good. You know, the problems don't disappear. They stack up. You know, it always creates, a false agreement. That shit is bullshit. And there's always going to be a resentment between everybody. And to be honest with you, you lose credibility over time. And it's always encourages, unhealthy dynamics. You're going to see that. So whoever's sitting out there, I see Sean G threatening people. I seen the motherfuckers just like, trying to get, what's up, guy? They going in on a old girl like, what's her, Valerie, whatever, Brandon. Listen, this is how you get caught right in between. Fuck that. Oh, the whole Nancy crew on that end, they want to be families right now. But like I said, go along to get along. This shit's going to be crazy. And it stunts all you motherfuckers' growth. And all you motherfuckers, a lot of y'all supporting that bullshit, you will be going forward hating that shit. Now, with that said, I'm going to go to talk about the war. And a lot of y'all might not care about the war, but this shit is fucking crazy. What's going on right now? It's crazy. Let's start off with a few things here. Like I said, if you don't, Iran, man, these motherfuckers, they're not playing. They're not playing. Let's look in here and see what's going on. Look at that shit. They blowing shit up, man. These motherfuckers, they got arms. They've been armed to the teeth, man. If y'all saw this guy named Kit, who's like one of the national security dudes, he straight out quit. He's like, fuck that. I said, I don't want this war. He quit. Guess what?
Iran has unleashed a fresh wave of missile strikes across central Israel, pounding cities including Ramat Gan near Tel Aviv. Homes were ripped apart overnight. Skies lit by incoming fire as sirens wailed and civilians scrambled for shelter. The scale of this barrage marks a sharp escalation.
Yep.
In Ramat Gan, a residential building took a direct hit, leaving scenes of destruction.
They're using cluster bombs. These clusters,
an elderly couple was found
from being
lifeless
one single missile
inside
into
their shattered home
hundreds
as rescuers combed through debris.
Scattered
Entire sections of the structure were blown apart on impact.
We carefully examine the scene. We arrive at an apartment which is completely shattered, a huge hole in the structure's ceiling. From the roof, that's right, total destruction to the apartment. After searches, we actually find the couple lifeless, and what is left for us to do is to continue to treat other casualties.
Residents described panic and confusion as explosions echoed through the night. Dust filled the air, and many feared more strikes were incoming as they rushed to safety. Fear gripped neighborhoods as people searched for loved ones in the chaos.
On social media or whatever.
So the dust, so much dust coming from here. So I told to my husband, maybe the bomb is
lady, you
pulled
your
down
ass
from the
Filipino.
rockets from our building. So I'm afraid. I'm thinking about that. So I saw that.
What's she doing to Israel?
So, but what we can do, that this happened, someone died. So it's so sad for what's happening.
Yes, it is.
Israeli authorities say the strike involved a cluster munition with sub-projectiles hitting multiple sites across the city.
One turned into
Police
hundreds.
confirmed the missile tore through the roof, collapsing onto victims inside, highlighting the growing danger to civilians.
Yep.
We're in the heart of a residential community once again, which has been the latest scene of the Iranian barrage of rockets that have been targeting our residential communities nonstop since the start of this operation. Behind me, you have a building that, according to the initial assessment, took a direct hit from a submunition of a cluster missile. The roof caved in on top of an elderly couple that were inside of their apartment, and unfortunately, the first responders that arrived inside declared their death.
The attack comes as Iran vows revenge for the killing of Ali Larijani in an earlier Israeli strike. With missiles hitting cities, U.S. assets targeted, and tensions spreading, fears are mounting that this conflict is rapidly spiraling into a wider regional war.
Man, the Iron Dome is man. That's crazy. Imagine living under this shit. Imagine living under that crap. You know what I mean? I mean, that's crazy. Now, let's see what else. I know there's... hold up. Let's see here. It's another thing that's going on. Everybody hitting oil fields. Illegal too, but they're using them because the U.S. been using them forever. Oh shit! Just imagine how many people are living in that fucking place that just collapsed. Damn.
It's day 19 of the West Asia War. Overnight, the Iranian regime confirmed a significant loss. Their security chief, Ali Larijani, is dead. Yesterday, Israel claimed to have killed him. Overnight, Iran confirmed his death. And Larijani was a very important figure. You could call him the de facto leader of Iran. Yet, his death did not trigger a meltdown. It triggered an escalation. Iran has launched what they're calling revenge attacks on Israeli cities. They used cluster bombs in these latest airstrikes. Now, as the name suggests, these are not single projectiles. They explode into multiple bomblets or clusters. Take a look.
It doesn't matter how many motherfuckers they kill. I tell you what, they gonna continue to pop those bombs and cluster bombs and everything, and they have hypersonic missiles too.
These bomblets targeted Tel Aviv. Some of them destroyed cars and buildings in central Israel. And just to be clear, cluster bombs are banned in international law. Yet Iran is firing them at Israel. These smaller bomblets cause wider damage to enemy locations. They can also exhaust air defense systems. Of course, nobody seems to care about international law anymore. Recently, the U.S. sold cluster munitions to Ukraine, and now Iran is using them against Israel.
I hope he goes back to jail.
It's basically no holds barred. Reports say Iran and Hezbollah are coordinating their response. The Hezbollah is firing around 100 rockets per day. These rockets are reaching Israel around the same time as Iran's missiles. The idea is to overwhelm the air defenses. And Israel knows this. They're expanding their operations in Lebanon. On the ground, Israeli soldiers and tanks are pushing on. They're taking over parts of southern Lebanon. And in the air, the bombing continues. Israel hit a building in the heart of Beirut, that too without any warning or evacuation orders.
Look, Israel is destroying all these buildings. Look at that shit. Imagine how many people are in those buildings. They don't care. They're just destroying.
The Lebanon campaign is proving to be brutal. More than 900 people have been killed so far. Among them, 111 are children. Israel is asking people in southern Lebanon to evacuate. Their end goal is to create a buffer zone. Over in the Gulf, more interceptions were reported today. Iran fired 13 ballistic missiles at the UAE. Qatar, Kuwait, and Saudi Arabia also reported missiles and drones. The Iraqi city of Erbil also reported drone hits. On the other side, the strikes on Iran are widening. We are seeing a new set of targets being hit. Gas and oil facilities, top regime leaders, and even nuclear sites. A projectile struck the vicinity of Iran's Bushehr nuclear plant. No damage or casualties have been reported, but the strike itself is worrying. Bushehr is located along the Gulf coast. It is operated by Russian officials using Russian uranium. If this becomes a pattern, it is a cause of worry. Same with the energy strikes. Iran claims the US and Israel hit a giant energy facility in the Gulf. It is called South Pars. It's the largest natural gas field in the world. Both Iran and Qatar share this facility. They produce around 730 million cubic meters of gas, which is why this strike is worrying. So far, Israel and the US had not hit Iran's major energy sites. The idea was to keep oil prices in check, energy prices in check. If that policy has changed, it means two things. One, the US and Israel are escalating. And two, energy prices will rise further. Of course, Iran is threatening to hit back. They have promised to strike Gulf refineries in the coming hours. In fact, they've issued specific evacuation orders. Samref refinery in Saudi Arabia, Jubail petrochemical complex also in Saudi, Al Hosn gas field in the UAE, Masaid petrochemical complex in Qatar, and Ras Laffan refinery also in Qatar. Iran says all 5 of these facilities will soon be hit. And this is a dilemma for Donald Trump. He does not want a bigger energy crisis. He wants to give the impression of a limited operation. Basically, he wants it both ways.
We have to put out this cancer. It's a cancer. We had to take that operation, and we did, and it was very successful. And it continues, frankly. Somebody said they could leave today, and it would take 10 years to rebuild the damage that's been done, but we're not ready to leave yet. But we'll be leaving in the near future. We'll be leaving in pretty much the very near future. But right now, they've been decimated from every standpoint. And again, we've had great support from countries in the Middle East, great support.
The messaging is all over the place. Trump says Iran's military has been decimated. He says it will take them 10 years to rebuild from the damage. He also says he will wrap up the war soon. Then why the escalation? Why target regime leaders, nuclear sites, and gas fields? That part is not clear yet. Trump has set vague but ambitious objectives for this war, but he wants to sell it as a minor operation. Like I said, he wants it both ways. Meanwhile, his own intelligence is undercutting his claims. Trump says Iran was rebuilding its nuclear program, but today his intelligence chief, Tulsi Gabbard, briefed the US Congress. In her written testimony, she has said the very opposite. Tulsi Gabbard's report said that Iran did not try to rebuild its enrichment capabilities. That was the written submission. But in her oral address, she omitted that part. Listen to this.
Even in your printed testimony today on page 6, and your last paragraph on page 6, as a result of Operation Midnight Hammer, Iran's nuclear enrichment program was obliterated. There's been no efforts to try to rebuild their enrichment capability. You omitted that paragraph from your oral opening. Was that because the president had said there was an imminent threat 2 weeks?
No, sir, I recognize that the time was running long and I skipped through some of the portions.
So you chose to take
of my oral delivered remarks.
You chose to omit the parts that contradict the president.
This puts Trump in a difficult spot. The public is against the war. The intelligence is against the war. So the ball is now in the president's court. Does he want to keep climbing the escalation ladder, or does he want an off-ramp?
The world doesn't fit in boxes, so why should your news? From battlefields to negotiation tables, from internet outrage to real-world injustice.
Iran is hammering Israel with relentless force, and now the conflict is spilling deeper into the occupied Palestinian territories. In a dangerous escalation, Iranian missile strikes are not just targeting Israeli cities, but are also hitting areas in the West Bank. Late Wednesday night, Israel detected yet another missile launch from Iran, triggering air defense systems across the country. Interception efforts were immediately activated as the threat loomed over multiple regions. In the South Sharon region, Israel's Magen David Adom Emergency Service confirmed that a foreign worker in his 30s was killed after being struck by shrapnel at an impact site. Paramedics rushed to the scene, with visuals showing emergency responders navigating the aftermath of the strike. Separate footage released by emergency services revealed damage to buildings in other parts of Israel, underlining the expanding reach and intensity of the attack. But the most alarming development came from the occupied West Bank. Footage showed an Iranian missile releasing smaller bomblets mid-air, a cluster munition, over the region. According to the Palestinian Red Crescent, 3 people were killed and at least 13 others injured in Beit Awa after a direct hit. The strike marks a significant expansion of the conflict into Palestinian territories. The Israeli military confirmed the use of cluster munitions, warheads that burst open at high altitude, scattering dozens of smaller bombs across a wide area. These bomblets, often appearing like orange fireballs at night, are notoriously difficult to intercept and have proven deadly on impact. In Tel Aviv, a building was also damaged in a strike early Thursday. Footage captured by the Associated Press showed emergency teams deployed at the scene as authorities assessed the destruction. Israel says Iran